someone there? Please, help me!
Isn't that Prince's voice? Did you hear that? But...
How shall you save themselves?
They'll be in trouble if these spooky shadows touch us! Quick, use the lantern!
From the first. You're a fool. You again.
What the... It's stronger than before. Lantern, no!
This situation speaks for itself, I presume.
So, you were tangling with Rara out here.
So, that vile phantom hiding inside the wild hunt has a name of his own.
Yeah, you don't look so good.
Sorry you had to see me like this. All the same, you have my sincere to think you had the power to so easily cleanse the filth. Might I ask what magic that was? Or whose pupil you are? And then...
Why did abyssal power just burst out of...
That is a long story. I sensed a power surging with... I freely confess to being an avid... Afterwards, I wound up collecting a few... It was only recently that they began slowly...
Is that what Rara claimed belonged to him? That must be what he's after then.
I concur. And here's the kicker. Before he was exceedingly weak. In fact, but I noticed while engaging him that the crystal fragment would restrict my powers. Alas, he has proved most fixated upon this fragment. and for some reason, and were our places switched, would you discard it, knowing that its perilous might was beyond your ability to counteract, yet capable of causing greater harm should it lie beyond your grasp?
Yeah. Throwing it away would mean giving the bad guy what he wants. But exposing yourself to its corrosion...
Only those who shoulder risks are qualified. Though I shan't deny that I have your fortuitous arrival and most... Either way, it seems this fragment is now utterly still. That must have made it useless to Rerir. I doubt he would have retreated so readily. I imagine this wasn't the only reason you came looking for me, though. Ah, I see. To use the Lightkeepers to find me, I suspect. I did not. They alone have the ability to quickly pinpoint my position. They usually don't pay my whereabouts much more.
You mean this thing?
Yes. Where did you pick this up?
We found it inside a lantern when we first charged into the Wild Hunt anomaly.
It must belong to a Ratnik dispatched to investigate the area.
Guess it's not surprising how they found you so fast, then. But if Rerir could have shapeshifted into Sosi, why didn't he just use that device?
Were he to use it, that device would likely fail to act as it should.
Ah.
So not only is this Rerir ruthless, but a purveyor of dirty truth. You might not be familiar with Sergeant Major Sosi. Our deployments are subject to orders from headquarters, and his orders were to be stationed. He worked so hard. But every year they would say, in truth, everyone had nothing but the highest praise. The higher-ups would think, he's doing great, whereas his subordinates would think. So he waited. One that has played out many times throughout history. Another reason to take this Rerir's head.
Oh. At least we now know that he's looking for these fragments inside Wild Hunt anomaly.
And yet, what did the Sergeant Major have to do with any of this? What?
Could Rerir be angry that the cannon Sosi set up the fire, destroyed the fragments he wanted to collect?
Could you take me to the scene of the crime? We shall just have to exercise some discretion. I understand the situation more or less. Either way, I suppose we were lucky not to receive a warm welcome on the way over.
Yeah.
Since you two can enter, I'll have to
Oh?
You'll know when the time comes.
Still acting all mysterious. But he seemed pretty Hello?
Ah, you're the specialist.
Yep, that's us.
Well, you're just in time. We're basically done if there's anything else you'd like to look into. Sadly, no. The motive behind the killing remains a mystery. But considering that Nefer from the Curatorium of Secrets came...
We'll do our part too. Phew, we're in. Thanks to Nefer's reputation, but we still know nothing about how Flint's is gonna enter. Or something the matter? Huh. That looks like Flint's lantern. But where is he exactly? Well, we've got the lantern. What now? Oh, Paimon almost screamed out loud.
This lantern may have a rather peculiar I calculated that you would have already entered. So I chose a spot visible from the window, as I thought. Your
The perks of being veteran adventurers, huh?
your composure is more impressive, but let us leave such trivial top. Ch- Identical powers must flow from the same source. It was the wild hunt, then, that took my form and killed.
To sow chaos by
If the wild hunt's true form is powerful enough to stand against the world as you claim, I fear not even the full force of Lightkeepers could stand against him, let alone the handful of us stationed in Nasha Town. He would have no reason whatsoever to pick quarrels with individual ants. Let's look again more closely. We must leave no stone unturned. Well, that makes things simpler. When we fought, he seemed like quite a reckless foe. Certainly.
Oh, if we can't get any leads, we might have to go back and find. Oh, the longer we're stuck. You mean?
I'm not well versed in machinery.
No, that's not right. It doesn't mean that the components are damaged. It just means. But the real problem is that. Yeah, he even helped us find the maintenance port. It could still be a coincidence, but.
The Soci you met could have been Rerir in disguise. In other words, he played the Sergeant Major before disguising himself as me.
That's right. If only there was some way to prove it.
You mean
We had a short chat with him once at the tavern, but.
I know where he lives. The situation is critical, so let us now take up the role of uninvited guests ourselves. Ah, yes. Remember to pick me up by the window.
Oh, it's you two. And Flint's. Given the hour, I guess.
It is indeed. We are investigating a certain matter in connection with
So see. You know what? Forget it. I'm sure it's complicated.
Thank you for your understanding.
Got it. 8 days ago, he came to request a round of His mechanical arm is especially sophisticated. As such, they usually take several days to arrive. And I understood. Completely. And eventually, the parts arrived. What?
You've provided us with some very crucial information. We can't make everything public yet. But once our investigation is complete, I will return to thank you and provide an explanation on...
No worries. Just glad I could help.
Thanks.
Good night.
It seems that it is as we guessed. The Sergeant Major Soci you encountered while repairing 8 days ago, he had yet to act. But with the immense gap in strength between them, the job was finished in a single... Perhaps his mastery of shapeshifting extends only to outward form, and not therefore to complex internal mechanisms. Hence his oversight of the uniquely mechanical traits of the Sergeant Major's arm. And in turn, this...
You're saying he thought no one would realize his mechanical arm is. actually made of some kind of black... Still seems like there's a lot of guesswork involved here, but it mostly makes...
This also has me stumped for the moment. But how would that help Riri, assuming he plans to collect the fragments within Wild Hunt Anomaly?
So we solved one mystery, only to dig up another. Whew. This is getting Paimon kind of down. And
Yes, I'd say it is high time we took a break. We'll have to fight Riri eventually.
yeah, we should totally get some sleep first.
A reasonable suggestion. My colleagues have never failed.
Well,
That would be good, yes.
phew, back inside.
I suppose we could all take them. Had you already sensed the unique power within my lantern at that time? I see. Fortunate then that Abyss...
Yeah, hard to say how that would have played out. We've had a whole bunch of unpleasant run-ins with the Abyss.
You mean to ask why I'm going this far to oppose him?
Yeah, you're covered in more mysteries.
Your deductions have been... You know humans well, but some things that humans would consider...
So,
Have you heard of how Snezhnaya... This race is no longer...
we've heard some scatter...
I once turned my heart toward humanity, and thus did I experience loss. When you realize you are floating in the middle of a vast ocean, would it not be better then to simply sink? But before I could sink to truly lightless depths, chance had it that I should be awakened by a band of Ratniki. They were facing a horde of abyssal monsters. Those who dwell in darkness for long enough become exceedingly sensitive.
Is that...
Perhaps I was moved by their valor. But I was freshly awoken. The survivors and I buried the fallen heroes. That was the origin of the final night cemetery. Well, well, I believe it, nonetheless. Tomorrow I shall...
Well, you need us to get...
Oh, I'll...
Can...
Thanks for the reminder. And even if someone...
All right, then. Well,
Anyway, I hope you'll help me keep this a secret.
Paimon's lips are sealed, too.
All right.
Finally, we can rest. Let's go get some sleep. You're